This is the RGN podcast. I'm here with Keegan.
Hello, everybody.
Kyle.
Hello.
And I'm Spencer. So, go. Just.
I was just gonna ask what we're talking about.
Oh, what were we talking about? I was thinking we could discuss a little bit of Doctor Who.
Okay.
Some very interesting things have developed in that.
Doctor Whom?
Doctor Whom.
Whom is the doctor?
Doctor is whom?
He's home. He is home.
Spoilers.
Oh.
Wait. Yeah, he's
Yeah, if you're not caught up, this is going to be a spoiler conversation.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Already spoiled a little bit, but okay.
Yeah. So he's back to Gallifrey.
Back to Gallifrey. Also, he dropped this big one where he's the hybrid. What is he hybrid with? What? Time Lord and what?
Human. I call human.
Human would make sense because he loves the humans.
Yeah.
But what makes
I think
human
it's-
so special? What makes like being with a human so like terrifying? Right? Because the whole point of Time Lord and Harlech was those are two kind of big shots in the galaxy or the universe. So why would Time Lord and humans be something to be afraid of? That's the question.
Well, it's humanity that's.
It could be
How do I
humanity.
put it?
Could be like a
We're not
We have a
robots.
tendency. We're not robots. And we have a tendency to destroy things, but we also have the capability of compassion, right?
it's sort of like
They're more balanced.
Yeah.
Or I guess we are more balanced. I swear I'm not a robot.
I don't know.
a robot would say that.
Like you go back to past episodes, you see that people are doing things
Yeah.
for different things. But you're shown through the Doctor that there's always room for compassion and mercy and all that, and you don't always need a weapon to solve a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
Which has been pretty prevalent, I think, in this series because he's hardly ever used the sonic screwdriver to solve his problems.
Sonic sunglasses.
But even he doesn't use those often.
I know,
either.
right? But I'm saying he doesn't have a screwdriver this season.
You don't know that he doesn't have it.
Okay, so far this season he has not had a screwdriver.
So far this season, he has had a screwdriver.
The first episode.
So I'm just saying he doesn't use the sonic as much,
No, he's
right? He's just solving it using his intellect, and he's not using weapons. Because I know Matt Smith, he uses screwdriver as like a weapon quite often, right? To blow things up and crap.
yeah.
But this one he's not. So that would make sense if they're going with this whole human thing.
Yeah, it's true. And
Right.
and they're talking about how the season was supposed to be more rock and roll. Although the last couple episodes have been lacking in that regard.
I've seen screenshots of like the next episode. He's like walking Gallifrey with his guitar.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty. Okay, I'm looking forward to
He
that.
has like an SG or I think it's like an Epiphone SG or something.
No, it's a weird knockoff one he found at a pawn shop.
No, it's a different guitar.
Is it?
This one he's using an SG. Yeah, that's what the pictures showed. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the guitar that he picked, that Peter Capaldi picked for the Doctor.
Yeah, that one is sort of like a knockoff Strat, but this
Yeah.
one he's using an SG. Yeah. It could be a knockoff, but that's the shape. So very rock and roll. It's the horns, right? Yeah, I know. I realize this is a podcast, and I pointed at my guitar so no one can like see. But
I thought he was more like upset with you just dropped the knowledge on him and you can't say anything back.
I know, it's just more like the whole. Oh, that's right, another physical bit.
yeah,
Just drop the mic.
drop. Yeah, I got that. What you said?
So are they going to tie into the Day of the Doctor with all those? The story? No, sorry, that's the wrong thing to say.
Okay. All right.
I think they're going to conclude the Day of the Doctor because isn't Gallifrey in its own little pocket dimension?
Which would make sense because it was in his pocket. But okay, so here's what got me. So the Doctor, he was not at all surprised when he got to Gallifrey. He's like, "Yeah, I made it." Right? He wasn't shocked. He's like, "I took the long way around."
Yeah.
So I feel like as someone who was trying to find his home world for the majority of like
Ever?
last season and like
Well,
this season, he'd be a little bit more surprised to find Gallifrey, right?
Yeah.
Because he just like popped out of his own will thing, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here." Like he knew that's where Gallifrey was. I don't know. That's what I got.
Yeah, it felt like he already knew where he was going before he got there.
Yeah, like maybe he kind of figured it out.
Well, he did
in the last episode.
Well,
when
he
was,
did do it for like how many billions of years?
Yeah, it was a couple of bit. So he might have figured it out then, but they didn't
But
really
he didn't really figure it out over the billions of years because he kept dying and
over. Yeah,
like it would just bring him back to the day that he got there.
That's
exactly.
true.
Yeah,
It just took him that amount of time to break through the wall.
yeah. So yeah,
So he still wouldn't really have time to think about it because he'd show up to room 12
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
so
he'd just be like, "Oh, there's a giant diamond wall that I gotta punch through now."
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
and he would still have to get to the conclusion when he got there
Yeah.
that he has to keep destroying the wall.
Yeah. So
I like how he punched through the diamond wall. The whole thing about
Wouldn't you kick? I would kick. I don't know if I'd want to punch through it.
yeah. I guess punching is more effective in film.
Also, another shovel is laying around
Yeah,
there.
he had a shovel, right? So he could have used the shovel. I feel like he could have saved a lot of time if he
and
just
since
used.
all the rooms already reset, he'd have a new shovel every time.
Yeah.
And
Plus, the shovel's a lot harder. Than
Although
a fist.
no, the shovel. The reason why there wasn't a shovel was because he ran back and then he was cornered by the creature. Right, so he didn't have a shovel there. The shovel, I understand. The whole punching and kicking thing, kind of. Maybe he did kick. We just didn't see it on film. Remember, there's like there's billions of them.
No, he punched.
my question is, with the monster, if he's reincarnating and telling the same truths over again, why is it accepting the same truths?
Because I think it's because it's a new entity that enters a room. It's this. It's a copy of the old Doctor, right? So technically, the Doctor that traveled.
He is still telling truths he has never told before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you, Keegan.
You're welcome, Spencer.
That's why I keep you around.
Thank you.
You're a good friend.
Great. That makes me happy. Yeah. It truly does. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for this next episode.
This next episode is going to be the clincher. This is the one that's going to lead up to something. I don't know what.
Well,
Apparently the town-
I hope it leads to something.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm curious about Maisie Williams
Yeah.
and where she fits in with all this, if she fits in with all this, or if she was just a bit role for the couple episodes.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And you know what bothers me about Maisie Williams is that her memory keeps going away. She keeps forgetting things, right? But
No.
Captain Jack, who had the same circumstance, never forgot a thing. Earlier on.
Was he alive as long as Maisie was?
Jack became the face of Bode.
Yeah, but like how long was he? Oh. Oh.
Shit.
Shit!
Yeah, he lived so long that he just evolved by himself, kind of a thing.
Well, maybe she'll evolve.
Yeah, but she keeps forgetting everything. She has to write it down in journals. But again, Jack has talked about how he's watched people grow up for so long.
Why was he immortal?
Oh, because Rose looked to the heart of the TARDIS and then resurrected him, and now he could never die.
So maybe it's how
And-
they're immortal that is the
And you're right,
difference.
Maisie, or me as she likes to call herself,
Me.
has that alien field medical kit.
Yeah, so
That
her body
keeps
just
her
keeps
alive.
repairing,
Okay.
right? So like as things die,
It's
it
not a
just repairs.
temporal thing. It's
Yeah.
a physical thing.
So that makes sense because then the memories would just eventually go away because the brain is constantly being repaired.
Yeah, it's dying and being repaired.
Yeah. Whereas Jack, he is just alive all the time.
Yeah, he just
never dies.
even though they keep trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched Torchwood at all?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. Have you?
Yeah, I
Yeah, you pretty into Torchwood? Yeah.
I have.
Yeah?
Well, there's only, what is it, 1 or 2 seasons? There's
Oh.
not much of Torchwood.
Okay.
But yeah, but that talks about more about Captain Jack and his whole tie-in with the Doctor.
I heard they were doing like another spin-off.
Are they?
I heard that. I read somewhere. That I think they were doing something like that.
Like Torchwood?
Something
Again?
like Torchwood.
Are they going to spin off with Unit?
I don't know. I know it's just like a Doctor Who spin-off.
Is this where Clara?
This
the
is
teacher?
these are a lot of details, man. these
He
are
keeps saying, I don't know, and you keep pushing him for more answers.
Is it
No.
about the... I got nothing. Is it about the Master? That'd be cool.
No, it's not about the Master. It's like
Speaking of which, where's the Master? Or Missy?
Missy. Yeah, I thought she was gonna be in the last episode.
I thought so too,
That's what I
but
thought, but
I think well, she's the one who knew where Gallifrey was,
that's what she wanted to sing.
right? So teleports him into
Into his will.
his will. Now here's the question: did the Doctor die, or did he just keep reliving through the same thing, and he's the same Doctor as went into the will that came out of the will?
Yeah, is the Doctor die?
No, because okay. Here's my thing, because you've heard about the teleporter in Star Trek, the whole thing about how it disassembles you and reassembles you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, you die on one end and are copied and pasted again somewhere else,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So is it still you,
It is you. It's a copy of you.
right? Okay,
That's a whole different debate. That's all about
that's completely
consciousness
different.
and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying is
We know it's different
Dead-
doctors because he keeps dying. It is the Doctor. It's
it
completely
is
the Doctor.
the Doctor,
It's-
but I'm wondering if how the will works is that since the Doctor went in and it's its own little separate container, did it just cycle through and he had to figure it out over billions of years and then pop out? Because Gallifrey, over billions of years, I don't think would look like that. Unless they have really good well, I guess
the Time Lords.
they're
Man.
Time Lords.
So, what's a billion years to Time Lord?
It's a billion years.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to wonder if it was all like a computer simulation that he had to figure his way out and fight his way out to get to in his dial, and it's really the same guy that went in as the same out, or is it that he actually went in and had to kill himself over and over again?
I think he had to kill himself over and over again. I feel like his will is just like a pocket dimension or something like that. So it's its own like isolated galaxy or something.
And here's my other question. Just this is one of those things.
It is one of those things. Yeah.
So after a few thousand years, there was a huge pile of skulls, right?
Yeah.
After billions of years, where's all the skulls? Shouldn't they be out of the ocean by then?
That is a valid question. But
I mean, I get it that they would slowly go like this, but still, you would still build up the peak.
don't things reset?
No, the room's reset, but the ocean doesn't. That's why when he went down, there were so many skulls down there. Each one's him because he took it up to the tower, and then it would fall. Shouldn't there be a huge pile of skulls right there?
Well, the ocean would be pushing them around.
Yeah. There's currents.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that there was that huge pile already there. Wouldn't the pile be out of the water by then?
Because it'd be still pushing them. The higher it goes up, the more, the closer it is the current. The current's going to keep taking them.
It's gonna keep moving them around.
It's not like skulls are that heavy.
Yeah, they're not.
All right,
Okay.
Is my logic sound enough for you?
it's okay.
It's passable.
Yeah, I give it a B.
Okay.
That's good.
I'll take it.
Great job.
Yeah,
Great
well
job.
done.
You did good.
You done good.
I was wondering about that though. I wondered that same thing. And then I just decided that's not really important.
I know it's not important, but
So-
it was one of those questions that were in my head. And how do you know every time to keep punching through the thing that's harder than diamond?
Oh, I think when he...
I think that's a metaphor, really. about how water erodes a rock slowly over time to make a river. Something like that. Do you want to say no?
I want to say no. I want to say that the doctor he figured it out. He figured out that he had done this before and over again.
Well, yeah, he says that.
So that's why he punches
and
it.
then he talks about how the bird pecking finally gets through, kind of a thing.
Yeah. So I feel like when he gets to that room, he figures out that yes, he has been there before, and he needs to punch the diamond.
Yeah, because Time Lords don't die fast. Right, that's why he's able to after that creature attacks him.
Yeah, but you're
That's why
asking
he
like
did that,
how
and then
he
he
knows
crawls
to.
up. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the self-realization part.
If he has only a certain amount of time, then the deeper he gets in the wall, he'd be cutting it closer. The deeper and deeper he got it.
That's true.
Like it becomes a hallway. So
Yeah,
if he dies in the hallway, and he was already cutting it close when it wasn't a hallway, then wouldn't you run out of time one of those times?
well, we don't know how
Yeah.
close he actually cut it.
He's got like a perfect streak, billions of years, just like nailing it every time.
Well,
Like
well, here's my thing, right? We don't know how much leeway he actually had, right? He just crawled up there and then he stuck those things into his head.
he said like 7 minutes or something.
Yeah, and by the time he got up there, we don't know the leeway back and forth. So I'm saying the end of the hallway, that adds maybe an extra minute to it. Right? So I'm saying that it's still within range. Still fine. That part never bothered me.
But the skulls did.
Skulls? No. The skulls never bothered me either. It was more of just a question.
What about the clothing?
What about the clothing?
How'd the first clothing get there?
Yeah, so did he run around naked the first time?
No, because each room reset, so that room would have been the same.
No,
But how did he
who's the
get
first
there?
one? Who's the first one to lay his clothes out to dry?
That means one doctor was running around in his underwear.
Yeah. That's true.
And even with that, if it hadn't
No.
reset the way it perfectly was, then they shouldn't have been there to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They were already there, because if not, it would have been reset so that they weren't
How
there.
would they be there?
How'd they be there?
Yeah, how would they be there? If
How'd they be there?
How would they be there?
How would they be there? Well, I'm saying is that since it's the doctor's will, it's something he has to overcome, right?
What? So he put it there?
No,
He put his clothes there because it's his will?
What I'm saying is that the will is designed to challenge and teach the doctor
That he needs dry clothes.
that he needs dry. Yes, that he needs dry
Laundry is
clothes.
important,
I'm saying
doctor.
that.
That's what you
I'm
need
saying
to learn.
that I want to call it a dial, but it's not.
It's a will.
The will. The will is something that teaches the owner as something at the end of its life. That's why it's talking about how it like on somebody's deathbed you confessed all your sins and all that. Here, what I'm saying is that everything was already pre-made in the will to match what the doctor is in his doctor's mind. Right? That's why it's his fear, his everything else. That's why he's able to figure it out through his thinking. And that's why the clothes were there, because that's what he needed at that time.
So then
That's why the food was in the other room, because that's what he needed. That's why there was a shovel in the garden, because that's where he needed. That's where the shovel was over there. That way he got the clue for the shovel in the garden to dig. I'm saying everything was already there because it was already a construct.
But then
because it was
wouldn't the
necessary.
clothes just reset then?
Why don't we don't know if they did or not.
But-
He took his wet clothes off and hung them.
Yeah, so that
He could have left. He could have left the room.
yeah, but
Came back and they would have been perfectly dry.
he hung them the exact way he found them,
Yeah, because he wants order.
and then that implies that he was the person to put them there,
Yeah.
right? So that's the implication of how the clothes got there.
Yeah, but that could also be a misdirection to make you think that that's how the clothes got there, instead of them already being there to begin with.
No, it's just a room that's breaking the rules that they set up. The food makes sense. There's always going to be food in that room because it resets.
Yeah.
him leaving his clothes there, he had to show up there at one point in time and leave his clothes there.
Yeah.
That's what that's implying.
So, the first Doctor was running around in his underwear.
If you want to think of Peter Capaldi running around in his skivvies, being chased by a giant monster, you can go right
It's
ahead.
logic, man. It has to happen.
No, I'm saying that room resets. It's like all the other rooms.
But that's the room that
Except for no,
it doesn't make sense because
no. I think you guys are right.
he finds
What?
the
I just thought of something. Because all the rooms reset except for room 12.
Okay.
Right? Think about it. The wall slowly gets chipped away. It doesn't go back.
Yeah.
So, using that logic, there has to be more than that room that resets. So I'm guessing that only certain rooms reset, not all rooms.
I think we just found plot holes in this episode, and that's the only problem.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know I might have freaked you out, but I thought of.
I was not freaked out one bit. So you can.
It sounded like you freaked out a little bit, like you. Well, not freaked out. It sounded like you were a little bit irritated because I agreed with you right at the end because I thought of
You
something.
read with all this huge rant.
That's because it made sense
But
to
I
me
was
until
like,
I thought
it's
about
the Doctor and like it's
until I
how
thought
he
about
feels.
the giant diamond wall.
He has to learn, and it's this big elaborate thing, and then you're like, oh yeah, no, I agree, yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's because I thought of something that proves your point. If you would have said it sooner, we would not have had this issue.
I feel like it wasn't needed.
Well, I'm really excited to see Doctor and Gallifrey.
Yeah, I'm excited. It
Yeah.
should be good. There's a lot of people, and like I've seen, like he goes to a town, I guess.
Wow, you just...
I see screenshots, I see pictures of it, so that's fine. It's not spoiling anything, so
Yeah,
I'm just
by the time this comes out, it'll already get aired.
That's true.
yeah. So
Yeah, but I still haven't seen it yet.
well, I'm not spoiling it to say that there's people. I'm interested to see what the Gallifreyan townsfolk are like.
Do we got... Oh, what's his name? Oh...
Yeah, Master Lewin's in it
What?
from Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's the head honcho of the.
Is Timothy
Gallifreyan.
Dalton there?
Who's Timothy Dalton?
Well, I guess, did he die or just get sent back into that time dimension with David Tennant and the Master? Timothy Dalton is James Bond.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Timothy Dalton played the Time Lord. Remember the second time the Master and the Doctor met up?
Okay.
I guess not the second time. The second time when it's Harold Saxon.
Mm.
Right? That Master. Him and Tennant met up. And opened up and
the
talked about
rift?
the drumming, and then they opened up the rift, and then the Time Lords came out because
Yeah.
they were able to synchronize something to it.
Yeah, I think he's a different person.
Yeah, well, that's Timothy Dalton. I'm just wondering if Timothy Dalton is going to be a Time Lord again in Gallifrey.
That'd be interesting.
That would be. I'd be happy if they tied that back.
Ooh, maybe we'll get a cool sonic screwdriver.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Just like take one off a shelf. It's like I need one of these. That's what I would do.
Yeah, but his Sonic is special, remember? Because in the Day of the Doctor, it's the same thing, just a different case. So his Sonic screwdriver's got a whole bunch of different settings on it.
So it's out of date, right?
No, he
It's
made-
out of date.
It's still out of date.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
just,
so.
it's been the same firmware for
Yeah.
hundreds of years. Yeah. No, he made it though, so he can't do that.
Yeah,
It's just
he keeps modifying his own Sonic screwdriver.
I think he originally made it to begin with. So, yeah.
And is River Song coming back at all?
Well, okay, so Mr. I don't like spoilers.
It's not a
'cause
spoiler if it's a rumor.
No, it's not a rumor because it's confirmed. It's just, she's in the Christmas special.
Oh, you mean the one that we're all going to go see?
Yeah,
Nice.
should be good. I like River Song.
I do. I miss her.
Yeah. Man,
Good times.
it's gonna be interesting, like how she's back. Like why is she back?
Timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, timey-wimey stuff, but what timey-wimey stuff? Also, Peter Jackson.
Oh, yeah, Peter Jackson. Gonna
Yeah,
direct at least one episode, they say.
I hope he does a. I hope they have hobbits in the background. At least just like walking in the back.
Or the Eye of Sauron just rambling in the corner.
I feel like that's a little much.
A little much. You'd rather just have a few hobbits.
I feel like I'd just rather have some really short people with hairy feet walk in the background.
Well, there were those pictures of Peter Capaldi in the Shire.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh, man.
Maybe the Doctor goes to Middle Earth.
Yeah. Just screws with Frodo. Just completely changes everything.
No, we find out that it's because of the Doctor that they kept winning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The reason why they got away from the spider was really the Doctor.
Yeah, he plays this like major role in all the Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. That'd be great.
I'd find that quite enjoyable.
I'd laugh. Oh. Yeah, I feel like Peter Jackson should do like a special or something. You know, sort of like a Day of the Doctor. Like a longer episode.
I think you're right.
Right?
Maybe a horror episode.
Well,
Well, Peter Jackson got to start with horror, right?
I don't know. Yeah? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, he did. I can't think of the names right now off the top of my head, but
They haven't had any like horror Doctor Who episodes.
not with Peter Capaldi.
How would Peter
Unless you're
Capaldi?
talking about like the booger guys.
Yeah, the booger guys. That's.
Oh yeah, they were there.
That's
The
about
eye
it.
boogers.
But I remember like the Weeping Angels or like the Silence. Those were some freaky times.
I liked the sounds. The sounds were cool.
Silence are probably my favorite.
I liked when they showed up in America.
Yeah.
And then the guys like,
Well, they didn't show
who
up
are you?
in America.
I don't know.
They were already there.
Oh yeah, when he showed up to the guys in the States,
Yeah.
and then they just opened fire on him and say, "Welcome to America."
Yeah.
Well, with that, I think we're good there. That's it.
That's my Doctor Who outro. No. Okay.
Oh, let's just.
We'll work
I
on
think
it.
we're good there.
That's definitely yours.
That's all yours, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.